welcome back to Budgets and Dreams. My name's Jen and I'm on a journey to pay off £27,000 worth of debt with a goal to pay off £10,000 in this year in 2022. However, at the moment we are focusing on desperately saving a bunch of money so that we can move at very, very short notice, which I talk about in great detail in my video last Friday. But hello everybody, and hello to all of my new subscribers. It's so lovely to have you here, and thank you so much for all of your lovely comments. I've had just the most amazing support from everybody, old and new subscribers alike, off the back of my last video and also my Q&A, and I was really taken aback by it, especially the Q&A, because I was terrified about doing that and I thought it was going to be really boring, but a few of you really enjoyed it, so that makes it all worth it. So hello, and yeah, just thank you so much for being here. Oh, I don't know what else to say. Thank you. Right, so I'm going to kick off the video by doing the affirmation card. I'm just going to do a quick recap of kind of how I do my Friday cash stuffing videos, just for anyone who is new. So what I tend to do is kick off with reading an affirmation for the week. Then we have a quick look at what I've been spending over the week, quick look at the budget, and then we get into stuffing cash, both digitally and real cash monies. So let's have a look at the affirmation. Oh, as if I have to remind everybody of last week's affirmation again. I have unlimited potential. I speak about this in last Friday's video, and also at the very end of last week, Wednesday's video, the Q&A. I give a little bit more thought on this, but I'm not going to cover this in any more detail today. So, well, there's a nice simple one for this week. I love myself, and oh my gosh, how difficult is this? Just in general, so many people struggle with this as one of their natural core beliefs, and it should be one of all of ours basic core beliefs, but boy is it tough. So yeah, please, if you're not feeling like this at the moment, dig deep. There's so much about yourself to love. There really is. It could be absolutely anything. It could be your fingernails. There will be something about yourself that you do really love. So if it doesn't come naturally for you, dig deep, you'll find something. I absolutely promise you there will be one thing. It could be your laugh. It could be your hair. It could be your eyelashes. It could be you just like the shape of your earlobes. It could be anything. But boy, if there was ever an affirmation to practice every day, surely it's this one. Awesome, really good one this week. I love that. Cool, so let's have a look at what we've been doing spending wise. Feel free to jump forward to another section of the video if you're not interested in the spending update. I will not be offended. So let's have a look at what we've been spending. Okay, so this week there have been an awful lot of purple. I don't have my key on here, I've just realised, but purple means, oops, we spent money from the bank and not from any of our jars or anything. So there has been a few purples, but we'll cover those as we get to them. So our week starts on a Friday, which was my husband's payday for this 4-week period. Is that the right week? Yes, it is. So the first thing I paid on Friday was the £42 that I owed to the credit card. That is from the wedding, was it? Or was it from some clothes? I can't remember, but I owed £42 to the credit card and I paid it. We bought a pizza. This was a bit naughty, but we were so stressed last week and it came to cooking dinner on a Friday. We really didn't fancy what was on the menu. We were sad and we just had a bit of a pick-me-up. And I know that that was reckless. But yes, we bought pizza and it just was, and that is now £20 we don't have towards the house, but you know, we did it. I spent £10. I gave my friend that £10 money for her, the money that she paid towards our day out, which is tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Spent £5.85 out of O stuff. That was to finish off getting the rest of the stuff for his birthday cake. And then, yeah, we spent bits on buffer and we bought some petrol. Then on Saturday, which was the day of my son's birthday party, my husband and I spent £5 just on some drinks whilst we were sitting there and trying not to lose our minds with half a dozen 10-year-olds who were running amok. But yes, it was, I had a headache. But it was good fun. Then on Sunday, we got groceries as well on Saturday, like usual. Sunday, a little bit extra on a bit of extra groceries that we couldn't get at Aldi. Monday was a no spend. I don't feel like I can really celebrate this one too much because I'm sure lots of us had a no spend on Monday here in the UK. It was a bit of a sad day, but let's move on. Tuesday, I went and bought some more vape juice and some vape coils. Wednesday, I spent £1.85 in the quiz. We nearly won. We were this close to winning. There's a round in the quiz where if you get one answer wrong, you wipe out completely. And normally we don't risk it on questions we're not sure about. And we risked it and we wiped out. Had we not risked it, we would have won. We would have actually won. And yeah, that never happens. I think it's happened once in about 4 years. So, damn it. Groceries, again, just a little bit of extra. What was that? Bread and milk. Literally bread and milk. I think that's the first time that's ever happened. And we did have another unbudgeted spend, which was £15 more on petrol. And that is because my husband's been doing lots of trips to and from the dump and the charity shops as he's been clearing out the loft. And I don't know how he did it. That man is a marvel. That loft has just been collecting junk for 11 years. And not only did he manage to sort it out, he managed to motivate me enough to go through all of my junk that's up there. And I'm a major hoarder. But we did it. We did it. We've got rid of all of our junk, which is cool. And then yesterday was Thursday, I got paid. I bought a birthday card for my friend whose birthday is on the 28th and I'm seeing her on Saturday. It's a really cool card, I love it. And yeah, a little bit extra on groceries. What was that? Oh, it was some tuna or something for my son's dinner yesterday. Spent £3.95 out of O Stuff. That was for a new reading book. He just finished his and we got a new one. This was actually a bargain because brand new on Amazon, it was £9.99. And we didn't have that much available in O Stuff because we'd already spent this up here for his cake. So we had a look through, and I've never done this before. We had a look through the new, the used ones, and we managed to find one that was like new. And I thought, I better carefully explain this to my son. And I said, is it okay if we get a used one? There's one on here and it's £6 cheaper than the brand new one, but it says that it's like pretty much like new. And you read them so quickly, it's like £6 cheaper, yeah. I was like, I love you. He's got such a saving brain. He's brilliant. So yes, that was cool. So we got that £3.95. And another unbudgeted spend was the dog needed to go to the groomers. And with everything that was going on last week, I just didn't think to put any money aside for it. So yes, that's a real shame. So overall, I mean, we'll discount the petrol because we needed that. The drinks, I suppose we could have just got tap water. So yeah, we'll include that. But yeah, so there was £56 that we really didn't need to spend. We didn't really need to spend the money on the groomer this week. So yeah, there was a bit that we didn't need to spend that could have gone towards the house, which is a bit of a shame, but it is done. And that is all that I can say about that. That was a slurred word. All I can say about that. So let's have a look at what do we do next? The budget. I always forget. Let's have a look at the budget. Cool. So this is last week's budget from the 16th to the 22nd of September. A few bits that were not expected. Well, they were. So I got paid. I was expecting to get paid today, but I got paid yesterday. So that's gone in. So I've just put that in blue. So it's not green because it's not like extra income. It's expected. It's just come in early. So that was my salary of just over £2,000. And then the other thing was my husband got a tax rebate and so did I. So we only just had tax rebates a couple of months ago. So we were both a bit like, oh, okay then, we'll take that. Thank you very much. So yeah, so his has already been paid in and I'm expecting mine this week. So I've included it in next week's budget. And then in terms of expenses, I don't know why I put it on the wrong day, but the big loan payment went out yesterday. I did it with my salary as well. I must have thought, I don't know what I was thinking. Basically, the big loan payment went out yesterday as well. I was expecting it today. So again, that's blue because it's not an overspend. It was budgeted. It just came out a bit early. And then we put an extra £10 into cash last week just because my husband got the wrong amount out of the bank, but that's fine. And then we spent the £40.99 over budget and that was, whoops, let's have a look what's on here. So other expenses was money from the wedding, the 242, which was our holding deposit for our rent, £20.99, which is the pizza, £5 for the drinks, and £15 for the petrol. And that all added up to £364.99, which was £40.99 over budget. So in total, our total expenses were £2,896, which was £554 over what we were expecting, but that was mostly the big loan payment, so I put that in blue, which means our ending balance is actually £1,680, which is obviously a lot more than we were expecting, but that's because my salary came in. So yeah, so blue just means it balances out in the overall scheme of the 4-week budget, and red and green is up or down against the budget. Hope that made some sort of sense. So let's move on to this week's budget of the 23rd to the 29th of September. We have a starting balance of £1,681. Nothing expected in terms of income from salary or child benefit. We've had £226.60 come in that we weren't expecting. That was £165 from stuff that we've sold on Marketplace as we're clearing down trying to raise money, and the £61.60 that I'm getting back from the taxman. In terms, so that's our income, so that gives us £1,900. Expenses wise, we've got £430 going out on bills, £100 going on debt, that's to my husband's credit card. No spending money that going into the bank. Hyperjar, we're doing 120, and cash we have right here £570. And other expenses was the £30 for the groom. Although that happened yesterday, it's not cleared the bank yet, and this reflects my bank's position, so that is budgeted in now for this week for an other expense. So our total expenses will be £1,250 this week, and we should have an ending balance at the end of the week of £657.19. That is the plan. So without further ado, let's move into hyperjar. Here we are in ye olde hyperjar. So first things first, let's move this spare change over to family meal. So every week I collect all the pennies at the end of our jars, and I shove them into spare change, and then I move that into family meal. And this is going to take ages now because we're on a tight budget. But let's send £1.75 to the family meal. We will do that, confirm. So the family meal will now have £2.02 in there. Spare change is empty. Cool. So let's move on. So we've got £120 to stuff into our jars. We're just doing our basic normal jars this week. That's all of our grey ones, which is our buffer, our groceries, and our petrol. And then also our favourite yellow pot, family fun. And we didn't spend a penny out of family fun last week, but I expect we will do this weekend. So I'm just going to quickly move that £120 to buffer, groceries, petrol, and family fun. Cool, so the wallet is now empty. Let's take a look at our jars. £10 in buffer, 70 in groceries, 30 in petrol, and 20 in family fun. So for anyone who's new, this is an app called Hyperjar. It's available in the UK. It's essentially a prepaid MasterCard that you can create like budgeting pots for. The grey ones are our equivalent of our weekly cash envelopes, but we just do it digitally, so myself and my husband can share the load. And yeah, so we have our weeklies, we have a few purple things, which is like bonus extra fun things, and then our yellow things, which are our family expenses, family fun, my son's stuff for bits and bobs, pets and pharmacy, and then 2 pink jars, which are just my personal jars. Italy, which is a savings pot for me and my sister to one day go on holiday to Italy. It will probably be when we're about 60, but we're going to keep saving. And then a pot for my vape juice, which has £2 left. And I'm going to keep hold of that because obviously I spend loads of money on vape. Normally, anything I had left over in this, which was my wants and needs pot, I would move into Italy, but that's staying there now. So that's it for Hyperjar. So now we're going to move on and stuff some cash, and we're going to start with the penny challenge. So here we are with our floss. I think the lighting has changed. I sit next to a window, natural light, and it's very sunny today and it keeps waxing and waning. Yeah, see, I've got a bit of a sun there. So apologies about that if that bugs you, but it is nature. So Flossie, penny challenge. Let's have a look at what we've got. So I've got 2 stacks of pennies here today. This one is what I've got left over from my spending money, which is 66p. And this one was random bits of change that I found in the bottom of one of my memory boxes. I'm sure it's there just totally by accident. It was probably one of the last times we packed and I just found something and just shoved it in a box. But yeah, so we've got 15, 16, 17, 18, 22. So 22, oh, I've got no brain for maths today. Let me grab my calculator. 22 add whatever this was again, 66, yeah, equals 88. Oh, wow, what a massive load of money. So yeah, no maths required today. We're just going to do 88, which is blue. So pop money in floss and colour that in. So that was a quick update for the penny challenge this week, wasn't it? Fair enough. Right then, let's move on and stuff some cash and see how much we've managed to raise for our house move. Okay, I'm going to start with my own personal expenses again this week. How sad is this candle? Look at that teeny tiny flame. Oh, there you go, you've picked up now. I think it's getting drowned in its own wax, which is weird. Right, so my own personal spending money. Let's have a look at what we're doing. So clothes is not getting anything. Surprise, surprise. Going out is getting £25, and that is for my day out tomorrow with my friends. We're doing Oktoberfest, so I'm hoping that this £40 now in total is going to be enough to get me just maybe 2 pints and a hot dog, hopefully a hot dog, bratwurst. But yeah, that should do me actually. Last year we went and I got a lot more than that and it was very messy. So this year I'm going to try and limit it down a bit and stick to a budget. So we've got 20, 30, 35, £40 for my day out with my friends tomorrow, which is going to be really good fun. Gym is getting £5. I did manage to get to the gym yesterday, which was cool, or the day before. No, it was Wednesday. I did have a class booked, but it got cancelled last minute, so I just did a general workout. And it was cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So what did I do actually that was different? Oh, I went on one of those step machines, not like the old-fashioned steppers, but like one that's got like steps that moves down like a escalator. Cool, that is hard. But then, you know, obviously it should be. It's like climbing stairs, which is hard. So really enjoyed it though. So gym now has £5, £10, £15, £20, which means this now needs to go to the bank so that I can pay my bill. So I'm going to pop this to one side. I'm going to take that back to the bank. What's next? Hair. Hair is getting £10. There we go. So hair now has £20. I've got quite a while to my next appointment, so that's fine. And nothing else in here is getting stuffed. Retreat is now empty because we needed to take that money for the house move. Oh, one thing I did forget was the £5 for me for my spending money. So I'm just going to pop that to one side as well. I do have something new in here though. So I have Retreat, yes, but I also have the Mandala Challenge from Simple Budgets. So when I ordered the stuff for the 800 subscriber giveaway, Sarah sent this to me as a freebie, and she didn't know this, but I've wanted one of these for months and months and months and months and months. But I tend not to buy things off Etsy because I don't have the money, because it all goes to like going out and hair appointments and retreat and so on. So yeah, so she got me she sent me the Mandala Challenge, which I absolutely love. And what I'm going to do for this is I have created a new envelope called Splurge, inspired by the wonderful Caro Cash. If you have not watched Caro Cash before, I highly recommend her. She is just brilliant. She's an Australian cash stuffer, and my God, is the Australian money pretty. So yes, I have the new Splurge envelope, which I will stuff as and when I can, and I will be using the Mandala Challenge to help me save for that. So when I hit £150, I can go and spend that money on whatever I want. And yes, I will be doing lots of Etsy shopping. But sadly, that is not for now because the budget is so tight. So that's it for my spending / self-care binder. So let's move on to the yellow binder and the important task of shoving lots of money into home. Okay, so here is our yellow binder. Our yellow binder is our family binder, and it is split into 2 sections, short term and long term. So short term, I do actually have a couple of things I need to stuff in here because life goes on. So not birthday, but clothes is getting £50. We received the kit list for my son's residential trip, and there's loads of stuff on there that we don't have, especially like 2 pairs of old trainers. Who has 2 pairs of old trainers? My son has 1 pair of trainers and 1 pair of school shoes, and he keeps them until he grows out of them. So if he did have any old trainers, they wouldn't fit. Anyway, so £50, and I'm hoping that gets what we need. We need trainers, and we need an extra jumper and some waterproof clothes, and I'm just really hoping that Sports Direct has everything that we need for cheap. The next thing we need to stuff is dentist, £25 for my son to see the dentist. So that is going in there as well. Cool. so that is that. Now let's move on to home. Oh, the biggie. What I might do is just take this out and kind of free myself up some space. Right, so we have isolated home and the big Wedjo cash that is in there now. So our target for home is 1 month's rent as the deposit plus 1 month's rent minus the £242, there's a bit of fluff on there, minus the £242 that we paid in our holding fee already. So we're looking for £1,858. That is our target, and I'm hoping that we've made it. So let's have a look. And pop those placeholders to one side. That's all the money we've already got. Let's count what we've got left to stuff out of our 570 that we had in the tray. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 50. 450 extra pounds to go into here. So let's just tidy this up. Thank you to everybody who pointed out my counting mistakes last week. We did pick them up post-edit and we did fix them all. So yeah, but thanks. If you ever notice me make any mistakes, just, yeah, do mention it. I appreciate it. Right, so this is now our big Wedjo cash. It's loads. I can't believe holding this much money and it's all come out of the right places and not been borrowed. Oh, crikey. So in placeholders, because I had to make that calculation off screen last time because I put in the full 400 from Christmas, but actually we'd already spent 242 for the holding fee. So this will have gone down since last Friday, but it's all correct. So we've got 100, 200, 300, 350 in placeholders. 350. And then I'm going to do the 50s on their own because they are a lot. So 50. Fingers and thumbs, here we go. 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300. So an extra 300, let's move that there, 300 in 50. So we've got 650. I'm going to make this a 50. So we've got 20, 40, 50. That's 700. Right, now let's count. Right, 700 and 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 89, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,000. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 98. Ooh, 810, 820, 830, 840, 845, 850, 855, 860, 865, 870, 875, 1,875 pounds. Bleeding heck. We need 1050 plus 1050 minus 242, 1858, and we've got 1875. So we've done it. We've done it. Oh my gosh, we've done it. We have actually saved all the money we need and a bit more. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, that's very cool. We haven't had to borrow a single penny for this unexpected move. Wow. Oh gosh, I really hope that my counting's right this time. Amazing. Hi everyone. Just going to cut in here quickly. I didn't like the way that that video ended because I got a bit bowled over by the fact that we'd saved the money for the rent. So I just wanted to add in a couple of things. One thing that I did want to say is we've raised all that money, which is great for the deposit and for the first month's rent. However, there are obviously some additional moving expenses that I'm not sure how we're going to cover. So we have now put in every single penny that we have available from my husband's money this month and my money this month. So the only money that I'm going to be able to stuff stuff over the next couple of weeks is going to be my personal self-care money, which we keep separate because that is a priority, because that is very important. So for the next couple of weeks, probably won't have that much money to stuff, but I will be starting to panic about how we're going to pay for other things like our residence parking permit, visitors parking permits, moving the Sky and the Virgin and all the other things that we have to do. So yeah, although we have managed to raise this initial amount in cash without borrowing, I am slightly nervous about what the rest of the future might hold. But I will keep you updated between now and when we move on the 24th of October. Cannot believe it. But yeah, for now, before I start waffling even more, I will let you watch out the rest of the waffle of this week's video. So yeah, I don't actually know what happens next with the estate agents and stuff, because they've said that we can pay them the deposit and the first month's rent from any point now until when we pick up the keys, which will be for our new place, which will be on the 24th of October. I didn't even tell you, all of our checks passed and everything, the credit references and things. So we actually do have our new house and we're going to move in on the 24th of October. But yeah, they said we could pay the money, but I've not signed any paperwork or anything. So I'm terrified to do that. They've said that we will get the tenancy agreement 48 to 24 hours before we go to collect the keys on the 24th of October. Anyone who's rented through an agent before, does that sound right? Am I being overly cautious? I don't know. But I think I'm just going to hang on to this until we've signed some paperwork. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to take this all back to the bank because that is a heck of a lot of money to have sitting around at home. So yeah, that's what I'll do. So we've got 1875 there. Got placeholders that I can use. So we've got 1,000. I never thought I'd get to use these, so this is a bonus. 1,500. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 50. Typical. 1870. I've only got, I don't know why I'm doing this. You're not facing that way. I've only got tens. Oh, how annoying. Well, we know it's 1875. I might just write a little note on that to make it like a 5. So yeah, so 1875 is going into there, but in placeholders. And then as and when we pay for stuff, I will update that for now. That's cool. Cool. So I feel like I'm just waffling madly now because this is crazy. This is ridiculous. Oh, blimey. Okay, cool. Right, I'm going to leave it there because I don't have much else to say other than to continue being in stunned silence. So, reminder of this week's affirmation is I love myself. And yes, I'm sure you will find something if you look for it. So I hope you are all doing well and you have a lovely week. And I might see you again in the middle of the week with a debt update, hopefully. And yeah, I love you all and I'll see you soon. Bye.